Hey friends, welcome back. Welcome back to you, welcome back to me, welcome back to everyone. I say welcome back to me because I have been off YouTube for the past 7 months. Many of you have probably noticed. I know I've gotten a lot of comments on both YouTube and Instagram checking in with us and just making sure we're doing okay. So yeah, I took a 7-month hiatus from YouTube. I mentally just needed a break. It was starting to not feel fun anymore. It was starting to just not do it for me, so I took a break. Kind of abruptly. I apologize for that. My last video was in May and it was a grocery haul. But I am back. So here for the new year, 2025. Happy New Year. I am currently sitting in the parking lot of I have a doctor's office because I had 2 appointments today. I had one at 2 o'clock and I have one in an hour and a half at 4 o'clock. It's currently 2:30. So I have time to kill. So I figured I would record an update video for you and just chit chat and catch you all up on what's been going on in our lives. So I just left. The appointment I just had was with the pain clinic therapist. She specializes in treating pain patients. And so many of you know I have chronic pain from multiple autoimmune disorders. And so I see her every 2 months, and then after this I have to go over to the pain clinic and actually see the doctor there just for maintenance meds, get my refills. Later tonight I have a meetup with a few of my close friends. We're meeting up at Starbucks to chit chat about the new year, do some goal planning, and just kind of get together for a little bit. So in the meantime, let's catch you up on what's been going on for the past 7 months. I want to catch you up on the kids and Will first. So Will, let's see, what's been going on with Will? He's been working. He works a lot. He had a stint of needing to go to physical therapy for his shoulder. So he did that, I think, 2 or 3 times a week for 6 weeks, something like that. And now he does physical therapy, now he just does it at home because he knows all the things to do and they gave him exercises to do at home. So I don't know what he did to his shoulder. It wasn't a work injury. I think it's just, maybe it could have been exacerbated by work. He does a lot of lifting, pulling, stuff like that. So it could have exacerbated it, but it wasn't like an injury that we know what happened. I think it just started hurting and it would stick and feel like the tendon was like popping or something. I don't know. So anyway, that's really the only thing that's been going on with him. That was a few months ago, so now he just does it at home, like I said. But other than that, just work and family time. Jackson, he's my study kid. Not much has changed with him. His interests don't change much. He's still just into video games. He turned 13 in November, so we have our first teenager in the house. But he's doing good in school. We still homeschool. We've actually had the last few weeks off just to enjoy the holidays and, Christmas and just take some downtime. Alice, I feel like she probably has changed the most since you last seen her. I don't post a lot of pictures of them on Instagram, mainly because they're usually off doing their own things. But I did post Halloween pictures and maybe pictures since Halloween. I don't remember. But she still loves dyeing her hair. I let her cut her own bangs. She likes to have bangs now. So she currently has like teal hair that has washed out. So it's like dark green-ish with her regular like brown showing through. She wants to dye it black and I'm adamant against that. I told her black is too hard to come back from and it's like a commitment to keep up. So no black for her until she's old enough to make that decision on her own. But fun colors we're all about, so we still let her dye her hair. We were at Walmart the other night and she wanted to pick up hair dye. And I was like, no, let's just wait. Because we're about to go to Pigeon Forge to go to Wilderness at the Smokies in the water park. And I was like, you don't want to dye your hair before going swimming in chlorine and stuff because it'll just wash it out. So not a good plan. So I told her no and she was bummed. But she most recently is obsessed with Beetlejuice. We went and saw the new Beetlejuice movie when it came out in theaters. And she's obsessed. She has watched the first one. She watched the new one. She's watched the entirety of the like 1989 or 1990 cartoon series of Beetlejuice from like my childhood. So she's full-on obsessed with Beetlejuice right now. She went through a phase. She goes through phases. Like I said, Jackson doesn't really have phases. His interests pretty much stay the same, which is like video games for the most part. But she goes through phases. She went through a Coraline phase before Beetlejuice. She went through a Hello Kitty phase before that. And now she's in Beetlejuice. So she got some Beetlejuice gifts for Christmas and she's loving it. But other than that, they're both still involved in, Jackson's still in Trail Life and Alice is still in American Heritage Girls. I'm the treasurer for the girls troop this year. That's really it for the kids. Just school, friends, gaming. My arm is starting to feel uncomfortable. I've got you resting on my steering wheel. I could put you over here. Maybe we'll do that. Me. So I had a week before Thanksgiving, I was diagnosed as diabetic, which kind of came as a shock to me, but makes sense. So I had myself a good cry or three leading into the holidays, and then kind of just sucked it up and changed my eating habits. So I'm now eating kind of not strict keto, but low carb, lots of protein, debating on doing carnivore. Again, I did it for a month or 2 years ago and I felt great on it. I also did strict keto for like 6 months many years ago and lost a lot of weight that way and felt amazing. So I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to like strict carnivore right now, but that's kind of the biggest thing that's updated for me, is that I'm now diabetic. So my doctor put me on metformin, which is just an oral tablet. We'll do a 3-month follow-up at the end of February, see what my A1C is at that point, which it was 6.7 at my appointment with my primary care. And so it's not super high, but still diabetic range. So I do check my blood sugar a few times a day. She wants me to only check it once a day, but I feel like that's not a good indicator of what things are doing. Will wants me to get a continuous glucose monitor to see more like in real time how my blood sugar is behaving with certain foods. I found some good recipes that my blood sugar reacts really well to. So it's been a change, but like not really, because I've eaten this way in the past. So I kind of just cold turkey cut out most processed foods, sugar, stuff like that. And I check my blood sugar a few times a day, usually about an hour after eating something, just to see how that food impacts my blood sugar. Yeah. So at my follow-up in February, we will see what my A1C is again, and then potentially, because of insurance, we had to start with oral meds, and then we will potentially try one of the GLP-1 injections. And hopefully that will help me with the stubborn to lose weight that I have been carrying. I have no idea how long I went undiagnosed as diabetic and just living my life as I was, but it could very well explain why I've not been able to lose weight despite my best efforts over the past year or two, which is highly discouraging. So I originally made the doctor's appointment with my primary care to check my hormone levels, because I had just turned 40 this year, and I was like, well, maybe my hormones are out of whack and that's what's causing me to not be able to lose weight. And so we checked my hormones, and my hormones are all in good range, but my A1C was not. So that's where we stand with that. So that's kind of an update on the family. Like I said, we're still homeschooling. We go back to school January 6th after having a few weeks off. So I'm looking forward to that, getting back into a routine. We've basically been just kind of lounging and enjoying our time off for the past few weeks. And so I'm ready to get back into routine. I don't know if the kids are. I doubt they're ready to get back into routine. But Mama needs it. I'm craving it. And with a new year comes, you know, new goals, and we're starting new curriculum. Not a new curriculum like brand or like company, but new. We're starting, what are we starting? From Gather Round. We're going to do U.S. History 2 twice a week and North American Forest Animals twice a week. So we'll alternate. So like history will be Monday, Wednesday, and science forest animals will be Tuesday, Thursday. And then we have Fridays off because Will is off on Fridays, so we just do a 4-day school week. Sometimes there's field trips and fun stuff and like hanging out with friends on Fridays, so it just makes it nice. I had to take a break there because I wasn't sure what to talk about next, and I didn't want to just all over the camera. So I think my goal heading into the new year is going to be 2 videos a week. I'm hoping to do a grocery haul each week because I know many of you, that's how you found my channels, from my grocery hauls. And then hopefully a vlog, at least 1 vlog each week. So we don't have a super exciting life. We live a very kind of humble life. We don't go out and do a lot, especially if it costs money. Right now we have goals to get out of debt this year, or at least make a large dent in it. So for January, I'm actually doing low spend January. I would say no spend, which that's more the goal, is to not spend on anything unless we need it. But low spend sounds more realistic, just in case there are things outside of our bills and groceries and gas that we purchase. But I can kind of keep you updated on that if that's something you're interested in. Eating all meals at home, which is not really new to us. We don't go out to eat very often. I actually just looked back at our spending for 2024, and our dining out was just over $1,000 for the whole year, which might sound like a lot to some of you, and some of you might think, wow, I spend that in just a few months. So take that how you will. But my goal is to spend less than that this year. When we're traveling and stuff like that, when we go home to visit family in Michigan, sometimes we eat out while we're traveling, of course. But we haven't been home to visit since the summer. We didn't go home for Christmas. We had Christmas, I say home. Michigan will always be home in some sense. But we didn't go back to visit family for Christmas this year. We stayed at home here in Kentucky. So that saved us the expense of eating out while we were traveling and gas and everything. But so yeah, no spend January, low spend January. I meal planned for the month already. So I meal plan with the family in mind, and I modify my own meals to be low carb, or I just eat, like I said, sometimes I go days where I just eat carnivore. So I'm just eating meat, eggs, butter, cheese, which is not strict carnivore, but so I meal prepped some hamburger patties in the oven this past week, so I have those. I always have like chicken sausages on hand. We always have chicken and ground beef on hand. So I meal planned, and you'll see those in the grocery haul. I'll probably share the meal plan for each week along with the grocery haul each week, so you can see what I'm making for the family. And then I just modify. If it's something that has carbs, I will just not eat the carbs, or I'll have a separate meal of keto carnivore style, if that makes sense. But there's an update. The past few weeks I've been contemplating coming back to YouTube. I hadn't really told anyone, even including my family. But it was one of those things where I would lay in bed at night and say and think to myself, like, maybe it's time to come back. Like, there was just an itch that only YouTube can fill sometimes. So I have missed it. I don't want to put a ton of pressure on myself to make it like daily vlogging or anything like that, which is why I said 2 videos a week, and one of those will be a grocery haul, because that's very low involved, doesn't take a lot of my time, and I don't want to like go in blazing and get burnt out fast. So, but hopefully you can expect at least 1 vlog each week and a grocery haul from us, and we'll ease back into things together. So if you are still a part of my channel, thank you for sticking around through this random 7-month hiatus. I do appreciate you, and moving forward, hopefully you'll see some more of us. But drop a comment, share some love, and until next time, we will see you later. Bye.